that's going on. But before my grandmama left, when she left, I stopped by to see her one evening and getting there, yet but to find her after going to some of the finest doctors around, yet to come home and find that she was still in her condition. She stopped there as we began to talk, but before I went in, what bothered me the most was that I knew was Granny was sick, but what bothered me is me looking at my grandmother with tubes in her nose and an oxygen tank sitting beside her. And I hope tonight on the sound of my voice, if you don't get anything else tonight, that you stop taking life for granted. When you can sing and somebody got to beg you. When you can do something and work in ministries that's in churches, your pastor has to beg you and look for you and hunt for you when it's time for your duty to be fulfilled. Because if one thing I learned about that lady is that whether you're real good at what you do or not faithful, this counts. But me seeing tears begin to roll down her face, and I begin to cry. And she said, baby, you don't have to cry. And she asked me, she said, grandson, why are you crying? I said, Granny, because I'm looking at you in your condition. And after all the time I see you in church, you was on the worship board, you served faithfully in every committee. Good time, baby. And look at you now. She said, well, baby, let me tell you one thing about Granny. You know the reason I'm crying? She said, I'm crying because you still got to run your race. And she said, I'm crying because I already know it's going to get hard sometime. She said, I'm crying because sometimes it's going to get lonely, but you have to keep in mind and remember your grandmother said, whatever you do, don't give up on the Lord. And she said, I worked all I could work. She said, I sung all I could sing. I prayed all I could pray. She said, baby, I just can't do no more. And she said, her last words were, I'm just ready to be at rest. And that's why I wrote this song. I know it's my concern, but I didn't come tonight to try to be pretty or impress nobody. Because have you ever been sometimes serving and praying and doing all you can and it still don't seem like it's enough? But on tonight, There's been times in my life to where I felt like my grandmama when she said, I've helped all I can have, but I just want to be able
to be at rest,
Hallelujah. Well, you see, I've done all I can do. Let's go to work, y'all. Should be at rest.
be at rest,
Should be at rest.
be at rest.
Listen. Sometimes this road I've been on, a lot of people don't know it. When you see me go from church to church, playing my piano and slapping the keys, and when you see me cry sometimes, it ain't cause I'm doing wrong now, but when I sit there and think about where I still could have been after all that I have done. Some of you don't know, but just a few years ago, before I came to Clay County, the best thing happened to me was going to prison. And the judge, he sentenced me for 3 years. But before I went to prison, I lost my life twice. I was strung out on cocaine. I OD'd twice in the floor, balling with knots in my stomach. But what makes me mad is folk have the nerve to look at you crazy when they see you now, only because they don't know what you've been through. But here's the truth about it. If you can go home and look up under their car, but if I ever say anything tonight, I want to tell you, get a little harder sometime. Like my grandmama told me, keep on pushing, boy. Keep on praying, keep on singing. So tonight I want you to know that when my time comes, I'm going to be able to be at rest because I'm going to be done all I can do. But I don't know. This just may help somebody tonight. I love this man right here. He's been good to me. But there's been times in my life. Can I just be honest tonight? When I walked in my daddy's room and they're laying down resting in the sleep, the devil on my mind wanting to kill my daddy in his sleep. Because at a young age, raised right here in church, I was molested as a little boy, taken advantage of. And it was hard for me for a long time because I looked at my daddy like that was my Superman. I looked at my daddy like that was my hero. And I felt like he had let something happen to me that never should happen to a child. I don't know who I'm talking here tonight. But when you got an opportunity to praise Him, what I'm trying to tell you is, in other words, stop having folk have to beg you to give God some praise. Stop having to beg folks for you to give God His and where it's due. Because I ain't saying that I went through the most, because I feel in my spirit tonight that somebody here tonight has went through more than me. But what I am saying is, if I can do it, you can too. You have to get off the seat and do nothing and praise God.